Hello everybody and welcome back to, this is part 5 of our series of all about our expediting trucking business. Got it right? So tonight we are going to cover, we're sort of going to be a fast-paced, fast-move, yeah, whatever. Anyway, we came up with
like
a list.
Like we ever do.
Yeah, like we ever do. Just looking back over when we first got into the truck and up until today. When we first went out, we had no idea what we were doing and what to take. So what we have done is we have sort of went through and made a list, and it's not all inclusive, definitely.
No, definitely not. But when we started, we did ask some of our driver friends what it was that we should bring out on the truck with us.
Right, and so we're calling this 55 Essential Items for Living in Your Truck, and stay tuned to the end of the video, and there will be a bonus item. So actually, I guess it's 56. Yeah, yeah. That's supposed to get you guys to watch the video all the way through. So yeah, just don't skip to the end. That's cheating.
Yeah,
okay.
And this is also just for living on the truck. We're going to do another part of this where we'll talk about the
tools,
truck items,
things that you need in the truck. But this is just basically for our living in the truck, which
it's almost like you're moving into a studio apartment.
Yeah, very much like that. So in which we'll eventually have to do that. So okay, so here we go. We're going to go through these and comment just a little bit, and then like I said, stay tuned for the bonus item at the end. So okay, first of all, and we're going to count down. So there'll be numbers on the screen someplace. More fun for me. Okay, number 55, prescriptions and your healthware stuff. So anything that you need to bring with you, make sure you bring that, because if you're unhealthy in the truck or you're sick, that's not good.
No fun. And along with that, make sure that you have things with your doctors lined up so you can get your prescriptions
filled
filled anywhere out here on the road.
Yeah, we've started going to Walmart, and they're pretty quick to you can go to about anywhere and get it switched over. So
thankfully, we're not on prescriptions. We're going to knock on wood on that.
Yes, we are. So, okay. Number 54, a first aid kit. And that's self-explanatory because boo-boos happen.
Jim had one just the other day. He had to dig it out and grab the Band-Aids.
Dig it out, the Band-Aid, so it's always good to have that. Number 53, insect repellent. Because
something you don't ever think about.
You're going to be out somewhere and the mosquitoes are going to attack you, and so it's always handy to have that, especially if you're just hanging out on the weekend.
Yeah, if you're hanging out on the weekend, maybe you're outside with some friends or just each other, or you might go to a campground, you might go fishing, who knows what. Always be prepared.
Right. Number 52. Speaking of being prepared, sunscreen. Because we're in a lot of places where the sun shines really, really brightly, and you can get sunburn really quick.
And not to mention, just sitting in the driver's seat or the passenger seat, that sun comes through, your face can get sunburnt, and it's not good. It's nice to have that sunscreen there.
Yeah. And to go along with that, see how I did that? Sunglasses. It's like sun protection for your eyes. I know a lot of oh my gosh, a lot of people drive a lot during the daytime. I'm mainly a night driver, so I don't worry so much about it, although I do have some. I have prescription glasses, so yes. But good set of polarized, good, decent sunglasses are a necessity, and I mean, you can buy them, pick them up about any place, but you definitely need them.
Yep.
And so
your eyes will thank you for it later on in life. We are at that later on in life, and
Speak for yourself.
Definitely not, but
all right. Number 50, a good Bluetooth headset, because one of the things you're going to be doing is talking on the phone, and it's a federal regulation. You cannot be talking on your phone while holding it in your hand. You have to have a headset, and so get a decent one. Either the Blue Parrot or the Blue Tiger seems to be pretty popular brands.
Yeah.
We have had, I don't even know how many we have had. It's we
go through about one a year. It seems like
Yeah, and they're expensive, but you still need one.
The other thing about the headsets that we do is I only ever get the one headset over the ear. Because it leaves the other ear free to hear whatever's going on in the traffic and things like that.
Yeah, we're starting to see the ones that have the dual, the dual earpieces now, and I don't really think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and they do really great at blocking out noises, but you want to be able to hear, and it's hard enough to hear an emergency vehicle coming up behind you without the headsets, because these trucks are so well soundproof.
Right. Okay, so on to the next one. So number 49 is your phone. You're going to need a phone. And
always a plus.
You need one that has a national service, so something through Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint. We've had Verizon for years, but you need something that when you get out into the middle of the desert in Nevada, that it'll work. And and we also have data running through our computers and everything on our phones. So you need a phone, and to go along with the phone,
you need some phone apps.
You need some phone apps, yes, indeed. We use Google Maps on my phone. We use several other apps that we keep track of stuff.
Your truck stop apps.
Weather. We just need those apps on the phone, so don't forget those.
And we'll probably do a vlog on those a little bit later.
Yeah, we will.
With a bunch of
eventually.
Apps,
So you're onward. 47.
47 is a laptop, computer, or tablet, whatever you need to do and keep your records on and your books on, or entertainment, which comes to our next one, 46.
Record your vlog on.
Yeah, or play vlogging.
Or play games or whatever you need. You need a laptop. I would say at the minimum you need a tablet. We have a laptop. Judy has a tablet. We actually have 2 laptops now. So, but you need that. We keep our business books on there. If we need something printed, we print it onto our printer.
Which is something we didn't put on there.
No, we're going to put it on the business one. So.
Okay.
So anyway, that's number 47. And number
46 is you have to bring something out here that you're willing to do on your downtime for entertainment, your hobbies, or whatever wants to keep you busy.
Right, because not all your time is going to be driving, and you will have downtime, especially on the weekends. So, some people have Xboxes, they play games, they go online. I know some folks do knitting, needlepoint, crochet, just something.
Paint by numbers, whatever.
Crossword puzzles, who knows? But you'll need to bring that with you. If it goes sort of hand in hand with your laptop, that's fine. But you can't knit on your laptop. They probably have virtual knitting.
I don't know.
So now that I think about it, so you'll need to bring that. One thing you're going to definitely need is
chargers.
Number 45. Chargers for your phone, your
computers, your headsets, anything you got plugged in.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to make sure you've got those, and to make
of course they're not all the same.
No,
they don't make them.
Couldn't be the same. Like right now, we have, I think, 3 different types of charger ends, USB ends in our truck, because Judy has an iPhone, I have an Android phone. The new things we're seeing now are USB-C, so it's all the chargers. But just make sure you bring them, because you want to use your original chargers, the ones that you buy in the truck stops. Not so good sometimes. So like Judy's iPhone charger, their iPhones are really picky about their charging, so we go with that. So. And number 44
is if your truck is equipped with a TV, satellite, radio, you want to make sure all of that is set up.
Yes.
And that if you have TV capabilities, you actually have a TV. Or if you want satellite, and that's an option for you and someone you drive for, or if you own your own truck or whatever, just make sure that those things are all set up in your name, or find out from your truck owner how all that works.
Right, because we have Dish in our truck, and I know a lot of people have DirecTV also, and we have a satellite that came with the truck. I think most of these Expediter trucks have that in it now, but not all of them.
Yeah, so. Not everybody has.
And we watch regular TV in our truck also.
Yep, we get that digital TV now.
Yes.
Watch the regular stuff.
Number 43. You're going to need a small inverter, extension cord, whatever you want to call it, up front, to plug all those chargers and everything else in, so it doesn't look like an octopus up front.
Which it still does sometimes.
Yeah, we have a small 150 watt inverter that we keep our phone charger plugged into, and our GPS is plugged in there. Mm-hmm. Our dash cam will be plugged into that when we ever get that installed and everything. So you just gotta have that. Our headsets. So need something. These trucks have quite a few outlets in them anymore, but you can always use more, right? Yeah.
Always.
All right, and then to go along with that, you might want to bring along an extension cord of some type. We have, in rare occasions, we've needed an extension cord to do something outside the truck, a drill, or to plug in my drill charger outside.
Well, like today, one of the shop guys suggested using our hair dryer out to thaw something out, and I was like, "How do you get a hair dryer out there?"
Yeah.
Well,
so you got to have an extension cord. Yeah. Number 41 goes hand in hand with this, and it is an extension cord, but it's a big one because we use it to plug into our shore power. Our truck has shore power, and when we go home or we go to a campground, we bought a 50-foot, really heavy-duty, like, that big around.
And long.
An RV style extension cord that plugs into, the side. And with that, the adapters. Ours is a 20 amp service, and sometimes the plugs, like we went to one campground, they only had 30 amp service and the plug's different, so we actually had to get an adapter. But that is definitely a bonus to have on the truck. It saves on your generator, and it's just so much nicer to be actually plugged in.
All right, we're at number 40.
Number 40.
Cleaning supplies.
Yeah, so all your Windex and your counter cleaner and your glass cleaner.
All-purpose cleaners.
All kinds of cleaning stuff. And your little scrub pads and your washcloths to clean with and all of that stuff, because your truck's going to get dirty.
Yeah.
We track stuff in from the outside. These trucks are notoriously dusty. It's like you can dust and the next day it's everywhere. So you're going to need to bring all that. And along with that,
dustpan and broom.
Yes.
Number 39.
Yep. And self-explanatory.
And, yes, and we, everybody does it different. We just use a hand broom with a dustpan, and it's inside the truck, and depending on how big of a surface you have inside your truck.
And we'll take the floor mats out, and I'll take those outside and just beat the brush against them and everything to get them clean. And to go along with that, we also have a small battery-operated, battery-charged. It's a Black & Decker hand vacuum, and we use that, to clean up around the places inside. It's a quick,
in the little nooks and crannies.
Quick and easy. And we use the brush. Usually, we'll brush everything into a pile, and we'll sweep it up with a little small vacuum. And we've had that for I think 5 years, and it still goes on strong. It sits on the base. It charges. It's handy. We use it, whenever we need to, and so.
And then 37.
37. Always
now,
important.
This is a very important one. Toilet paper.
Yes.
And that is not, it doesn't matter if you have Pottie in the truck or not, but toilet paper is a good thing because sometimes you go into some rust areas, especially out west.
Looking at you, New Mexico. Looking at
Always
you.
New Mexico. That doesn't have any toilet paper. So we've learned in New Mexico, we carry a roll with us.
Yeah, take a roll inside with you. It's always handy. It's nice to have. It just comes in handy. We usually try to buy the RV style. It's biodegradable. And
that's for our purposes.
We keep a roll. Yeah, we keep a roll handy all the time.
Don't go TP in the truck.
Okay.
And then along with that, 36 and 35, which is baby wipes and paper towels.
Right.
Always
baby wipes
great
are great.
Supplies for those.
You can wipe your hands off after I fuel and take my gloves off. It's always sort of nasty, or when it's like now it's nasty outside, and when you go to change, pull the locks off the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Hands just get dirty.
Because I don't wear my gloves outside like I should when it's cold outside and opening the doors.
We use them to clean up on the countertops. We use it to, when we're cooking, we'll use them along also. And so it's just always have those paper towels, self-explanatory, hand in hand. Got to have that
for all those lovely messes we have.
Yeah. Number 34.
34 and 33 kind of go together too. Pillows and blankets.
Yes.
Bedding.
Bedding.
Sheets, blankets, pillows, whatever for your mattress.
Yeah. In the summertime, not so much, but in the wintertime, you definitely want to carry extra blankets with you because you just never know what's going to go on with the truck. You could get stranded someplace, and heaven forbid that something stopped working, and you actually need, you don't want to die, so you don't want to freeze to death. So yeah, carry those pillows and blankets. We actually have our own pillows and blankets. I don't share. She doesn't share. So we have our own set. And
we don't share. We talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Next
is a good mattress.
Yes.
That has made all the difference in the world for sleep. And these factory mattresses that come out in some of the trucks, just it's very hard to sleep in. It's just like your mattress at home. You need one that you can sleep on and get a good night's rest on.
We custom ordered ours for our truck. It was not cheap. But it's a 10-inch memory foam mattress, and we've had it ever since we basically, not too long after we got the truck, because we couldn't sleep on the other one. This one isolates the motion. You just lay there. It feels so nice, and we would be lost without our mattress.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most important things in this truck is that mattress.
I don't know why I wound up at 32. It should probably be more at the top.
It should be up toward the top. This is in no particular order, especially since next one is the one that Judy said she didn't want in the truck when we started, and now she's completely changed her mind and wouldn't do this.
I would never go without the Porta Pottie.
Porta Pottie.
It is an essential, and I found out, and we may have mentioned this in another vlog, but it's just that getting up and down in the middle of the night, which I do frequently, it's just so much easier to have it right there, because I would wake up, go inside, come back in, and then I was wide awake, and I couldn't go back to sleep. It's
essential for sleep, and that saves her from having to get out at night into a rest area or a truck stop and get out of the truck. And it's a safety thing as well. And it's easy to empty. Flying J's, we can always pull up and empty them out, and so it's not too bad. We empty ours maybe once a week, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, we have one of the larger ones.
Yeah, we've got one. It's
Jim lifts it out there for
me. It's really heavy when it's full, but
anyway, we digress.
So, which brings us to number 30, which is chemicals for the Porta Pottie. Yeah, you've got to have the stuff that goes in there. We buy it at Walmart. It comes in a little box about yay big. It's got 6 little bottles, and we use a half a bottle each time we empty the toilet. And so it keeps everything so sweet and fresh smelling, and it's good. So
yeah, and if anybody ever says I don't want one of those in the truck, because I was like that, because it stinks and it smells, and I wouldn't want it, and it doesn't. It really doesn't. And the other part is being afraid of it spilling, or what happens if that gets all over the truck. The chances are very slim. So don't do that.
Don't worry about that. So number 29. Shifting gears a little bit, towels and wash rags.
Yeah, still bathroom items.
Right.
Towels and wash rags, mainly for in case you are at a place where the showers don't provide the towels and the wash rags. All the truck stops do.
Right.
But like some of the service plazas have showers, but they might not provide towels.
Or you just may want your own towels. If you go swimming, because we've taken our swim trunks with us before and went swimming, and I take my swim trunks. She takes a swimsuit. It'd be sort of weird.
And of course, they come in handy when you're climbing up on the reefer too, and you need something that doesn't scratch. Doesn't.
Yeah, we have a ladder, and I'm able to get up on top of the reefer, and I actually put a towel over the end of it to keep from scratching up the side of the truck when I need to go up there. Get those. Number 28.
Laundry supplies, detergent, fabric softener. Again, all the truck stops will provide it for money, but it's a lot cheaper if you go get your own.
Small fee.
For a lots of money. So just get those and have those on hand for things. And go ahead.
Number 27 is a shower bag. And we have just a regular
gym bag.
Duffel bag.
Duffel bag. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah, duffel bag.
We used to call them gym bags back in the day.
Yeah, we just have one of those. Now, Judy and I, when we go in and take showers, we go in and take showers together.
So all of our crud goes in the same bag.
Everything goes in there. We've worked this way since day one. It works out nice for us. We have a little routine. So, for us, the shower bag, it's just, it's nice to have that.
Have shampoo, conditioner, shaving stuff, soap.
Yeah.
All your deodorant, toothpaste, all the things you take on an overnight trip, that you want to take a shower. Because the truck stops do provide soap, but that's
shampoo.
about it.
No shampoo, nothing.
And it's a body wash kind of thing.
So we're always sort of suspicious of that. So number 26 is shower shoes, because you really don't want to be walking around where everybody else is. So we just have a pair of flip-flops.
Yeah.
And so we go
Although
in to
the
take
bathrooms
showers.
are very clean.
Yeah, they do. They're cleaned out each time. It's actually probably cleaner than ours at the house. But we have the little shower shoes, put them on, take a shower, take them off, dry them, put them back in the bag, and they just sort of stay up in our bag up there. So it works pretty good.
Yeah.
Number 25. We're halfway there.
Woohoo!
Probably you're saying, is it ever going to end? Number 25 is basically your eating utensils, your plates, your bowls, your silverware, your forks, your knives, your spoons, all that fun stuff.
And you can choose to bring your real stuff, or get paper stuff.
We varied back and on. We actually basically use paper plates and paper bowls, but we got away from all the plastic silverware, and so we have our metal silverware in the truck, and we just wash those off after we use them. It seems to work out pretty good.
Yeah.
Number 24, probably my favorite item on the whole list is food.
Don't forget your food.
Do not forget your food. You will need it. And we have found over the years it is much cheaper to carry the food and prepare it ourselves in the truck than it is to go into the truck stops.
Yes.
And we save money. The food's much better. You know, we can have what we want. And if we're driving down the road, you know, we can, if you get up in the middle of the night and you want a cheeseburger, you know, go for it.
Yep.
So,
and that also depends on your storage and what you have available in your truck that you're in.
Right.
So.
And to go along with that, your water
and your drinks. And I always put water first because water's my number one drink.
Yes, it is.
And it should be all of yours number one drink out here on the road.
Yes,
Stay hydrated.
Yes,
That's a big plus.
I travel the country with a water evangelist. So I personally drink a lot of tea. I don't drink, pop, carbonated beverages or anything, so whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so on with that. Next, we're going to stay basically in the kitchen, right?
Yep,
right.
For a little while.
All right, number 22 is a slow cooker or an instant pot or a microwavable rice cooker like we have.
Yeah. And some trucks aren't equipped with microwaves and things, so you might want to be one that wants to bring your own microwave. But I know there's a foodie thing out there too. Can't think of what the name of it. Ninja Foodie, that basically air fries and slow cooks and does all that stuff all at the same time. Some people prefer to just have one pot cooking, and it's easy cleanup, and you don't have to have a microwave or.
But you need something to cook things in, and to go along with that, number 21 is cooking dishes. Like we're talking like the glass bowls to bake stuff in. We have all that in the truck.
A rubber spatula that we don't have.
Yeah.
That we want to get.
Yeah, but the cooking dishes, anything to prepare your food with, like
mixing bowls,
a whisk, anything like that. So you need that. If you're going to cook in a truck, you need something to cook with.
Yeah.
All right. And number 20 is our handy dandy little storage containers, and we're talking for food storage containers. We have some Rubbermaid containers that Judy puts the food in when we prepare it, and it works out really nice. They stack, they're sealable, and then you could actually get some larger ones and store stuff in the truck. I think we have a couple of containers that we have all our paper,
our office
essentials,
supplies,
our office supplies and everything in. So you can be very, very organized in these trucks, and sometimes you have to, because that's the one thing we were going to mention. All of this stuff takes up space, and you've only got so much of it. So we sort of feel these things on this list are essential, but
you have to watch how much of everything you put in your truck, and you have to figure out what space, because not everybody's truck's built like ours.
Right.
Some people have a lot more space, and some people have a lot less space. So you kind of have to pick and choose, and our general thing usually comes with clothing wise. We try to take as little space as we want with clothes, because food is much more important.
I think we have 5 cupboards that have our clothes in it, and probably 7 or 8 that have food. So you can tell where our priorities are.
Food is up there.
Yeah. Number 19.
I think we just talk about spare water jug. Just an empty jug that you can just go fill with water if you need it for anything. I mean, there's just been a couple. Our Porta Pottie, takes, water to flush kind of thing. So we always keep an extra jug for that, and maybe some things outside of the truck. I can't think of one right off the top of my head, but we've used water for other things too.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to wash dishes, if you need to clean off something on the back of your truck, it's always nice to have a container to take. We just have a 1-gallon milk jug that has a top on it, and we'll take that in, fill it up. Sometimes you can get water right at the pumps.
Yeah, or just going into the sink.
Yeah,
and the truck stuff.
Number 18, and this is really, really important, and we separated it out because we've been in situations where we didn't have this, and, it's a can opener.
Go figure.
A lot of time, we carry a lot of canned goods on the truck, and, not all of them have the little handy-dandy pop top.
Yep, a lot of them do now, but not all of them.
But so if it's something you really want to need, because I know how to open a can with a knife, but it's not pretty, and I usually then need to go back and find the first aid kit. So, So anyway, it just saves time and fingers. So get yourself a can opener. And number 17 is...
Which brings us to...
Yes, a kitchen knife. In addition to your eating utensils, you need a sharp kitchen knife to cut things with. We have 2 on the truck. We use them to cut up and do all of our vegetable prep and meat prep and everything when we're going to cook. But they do come in handy to cut things at times. That's what they're designed for. So you just never know. We have 2 decent you know, knives. They're nothing fancy, but we do have them on the truck. I know some people, you know, probably bring their, you know, their $300 chef's knife with them.
And just an extra question, add-on bonus, you can cross the border in Canada with kitchen knives.
At least they've let us do that before. It's not considered a weapon. It's considered, you know, whatever.
We asked right at the beginning, and they're just like, we don't
But of
worry
course,
about that.
like we always say, your mileage may vary. So ask first before trying to
Maybe an
cross the border.
exception.
Yeah. Number 16, we need a trash can and trash bags to go with it
Yep.
because we generate a ton of stuff in this truck. I'm just always amazed how much trash we can generate.
When we cook
in a
on the
day.
weekends, it's usually about 3 bags we wind up taking
So we
out
just
to
have
the
a little
trash.
13-gallon garbage can, and we buy bags at Walmart. It's pretty easy to find.
4 gallon.
Is it 4 gallon?
13 gallons are really big.
Well, we need a 13-gallon one, but we have a 4-gallon trash can.
That's the kind of trash bags we buy, is the 3 gallon and 4 gallon.
Numbers not so good with. Number 15.
Yes, always remember, very important, bring your clothes.
Yes. And you will need basically sort of 2 sets. We have summer clothing and winter clothing, and like I said, there's not much room in these trucks. So if you know, we have really cut down on the amount of clothing we have. We do laundry while we're out on the road. I know there are some folks that we know that actually bring all their clothes with them. They don't do laundry, and I don't know.
They
where
do it when
put
they get home. They don't do
Yeah.
it on the road.
So you know, unless you just want to go buy clothing all the time, you know, bring your clothes with us. And along the same lines, coats.
Yeah.
You need some big, heavy winter clothing. It's you know, we have our jackets that we've had. They're nice windbreaker type stuff. Surprisingly, you're not really out of the truck that much on a normal basis, but you do need something heavy in case, you know, something breaks and you have to get out. So always wear your coat.
Yeah, always be prepared for that.
And to go along with that, you need a good pair of gloves, heavy duty winter gloves to keep your hands warm. And so we have those in the truck, and we actually have gloves that are nitrile coated so we can fuel with. But
that'll be mentioned on our next vlog.
Yeah, it'll
too.
be our next vlog there. So. Okay, and to go along with that,
hats and boots.
Number 12.
Number 12. Yeah, hats and boots. So you cover those ears and cover those feet. And I always said, if my hands, my head, and my feet are warm, the rest of me are warm. And Jim always says,
your hands are cold.
No. He always said, what's there left? What else is left besides your head and your hands and your feet?
Face.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But you always ask me that. What else is left? So.
Yeah, but you never know when you're going to have to get outside and do something in the snow in the wintertime. So, yes, bring those. Number 11. And these are usually not included.
Never included.
Batteries.
Batteries are not included.
Just make sure you have spare batteries. We have remotes, you know, for the TV, the DVR player, and everything. And so we're always, you know, nothing's more frustrating. You want to watch something and the clicker doesn't work.
Your mouse.
Mouse, yes, my mouse. I have a wireless mouse, and it takes AA batteries. Some other stuff we have in the truck take AA and AAA. So
flashlights, whatever.
Flashlights, yeah. So we always, you know, whatever you need, bring the batteries because you can usually buy them at Walmart a lot cheaper than you can in the truck
goes
stops.
to the next one, 2 of them that you need batteries for.
You do need batteries. And we're going to, number 10 and number 9 go together. And this is something we did not have on the truck for quite a while. We put some in here this year. I think they're very, very important to have. If your truck doesn't have them, they really should. And that is a smoke detector and a CO2 detector. You know, you just never know what you're going to run into. There's horrible instances of where we've seen, you know, trucks burn up, and you just need to have them. They're cheap.
It's just like your home.
Inexpensive.
You want to put them in your home, you put them in your truck.
Yeah. You may have to unscrew the smoke detector and set it up underneath the front seat when you're cooking because they do go off.
Yeah, that's how we
just
know.
like at home.
Just like at home.
But, yeah, you need to have those. One thing also, number 8.
We're getting here.
Is a space heater. We have a little electric heater in the truck because you just never know when we have an SPAR heater in this truck that runs off of diesel fuel, and we've had some occasions where it didn't work, where the line got froze.
A backup plan.
And it's usually really, really cold when that happens. So, you know, that's the thing I wouldn't want to be without in the truck. It saved us a couple of times. You know, it can keep the truck. Actually, it keeps the truck warmer than the S-bar heater does.
Well, about the same. But the other thing, and we've mentioned this before in our vlog too, because we don't idle our truck and the defroster is not going all the time. That space heater can be one of those things you use as a defroster,
Judy
like
did
we did this morning.
You know, set the space heater up in the front windshield, and it thawed it right out. So yeah, bring one of those. Number 7.
We do not really have a rug in the truck, but there are lots of drivers who do, because the floor is really, really cold. It's just kind of like your wood floors at home, where, you know, there's not.
It'll wake you up.
But yeah, you put your feet on the ground, and some have the rugs to wipe their feet off.
Right.
You know, if they're coming back into the sleeper area, or just to, you know, have as a comfort thing up front, as well as floor mats too, and just keeping the crud out of the sleeper.
Right, and so we have used towels in a pinch to put them down, because it really gets cold in the mornings. You know, like this morning it was 5 degrees.
The floor.
Okay, number 6 is a fan. You want a little small portable fan to put up to your windshield at night, because like I said, we don't idle the truck. We close the curtains in the truck. You wake up in the morning, if there's any humidity at all, your windshield looks like, you know, swimming pool. There's water running down. It's just not good. If you keep a fan up front, it'll keep the airflow moving, and it'll cut down on that, and so it's always good.
And not to mention keeping you cool in the summer,
yeah.
or just being a noise. There are people who, you know, I think our daughter is still home, sleeps with her fan on at night, even though it's like, you know, 5 degrees outside.
5 degrees and the fan's on.
She has the fan
because
on.
she needs the noise, so,
and so
it works out well.
You can put in the back of your truck too, sleeping wise. And
then number 5 is something that we have in the truck, and it's awesome, and that is Velcro. It's great for, you know, we have some of the tape that has the adhesive on the back. If you need to stick something someplace, we have our inverter mounted up front with Velcro tape, easy to take off, or the little wrap strips where you wrap your cables up that just, you know, keep everything nice and tidy and everything. So we keep the Velcro. Yep. And then number 4, hooks. Hooks are, we in our truck do not have a closet. Right. So we have actually bought some hooks like that you would put over your bathroom door or something like that. And right behind our seats we put it. Right. Like I'm pointing, like you know where I'm talking about. But you know, there's this little over the shower door, over the bathroom door hooks. You know, they just hold there, and then we've got them, and we put our coats on those. Yeah, yeah. And we have some smaller hooks back here along our sleeper. Yeah, they're the ones that uses the sticky tape that when you apply it, put the hook on there, then if you want to take it off, you just pull down on it. I cannot remember what they're called. So we've had those in the truck. They're really neat just to put up. And if you have some laundry or something, or towels or whatever, and you want to hang stuff up to just let, you know, air dry or air, you know, stuff, or hats. I've seen people put their hats on them and things like that. So. And number 3. Tape. Of any kind, and any sort, whatever you may need. Duct tape, black tape, clear tape. You know, tape. Put stuff back together with it. Comes in really handy. Wires especially. Yes, wiring. Use a lot of the black electrical tape on the truck, but duct tape, of course, everything. So we just have it. And just clear tape. It's be prepared. Doesn't take up that biggest spot, you know, in the truck. So. Which, you know, along with that, super glue. I don't think we haven't even we haven't thought about that one, but super glue is a nice thing to have. And silicone adhesive, the clear silicone adhesive. We've used that to put a window back in our truck one time. But yeah, and then number 2 to go along with that. One of the most handiest inventions of the entire last century. Plastic industry. Zip ties. You cannot believe how handy zip ties can be for emergency repairs, to attach anything to anything else, pretty much. You know, we again use them to keep all your wires together. Keep our wires together. I carry 3 or 4 different sizes. You know, I went to Walmart and bought one of these ginormous containers that have like 1,001 zip ties in it. And we use those. No exaggeration. No exaggeration. I went to Lowe's and bought some that are actually UV ray resistant, so I can actually, you know, the sun won't deteriorate them. I use those on my wires. Yeah, because they will crack and break and snap and stuff out in the weather. But anyway, that's for truck driving. Finally, well, not really finally, but number 1 is lawn chairs and party supplies.
Lawn chairs and party supplies.
Yeah, we're talking about, we carry lawn chairs in our truck. If you're setting sometime, it's always nice to get out on the weekend and sit outside the truck. We've run into other drivers and, just sit around and have fun. And by party supplies,
and,
yeah, cards, games that you can play.
Stuff you can share.
We've carried grills on the truck. And right now we don't have one on here. We were planning on moving, and now now we don't have the grill on the truck.
It'll come back out eventually.
Yeah, we've had a grill on the truck. Cooking utensils for outside. Everything you just need. For outside. We know folks that carry lights. We even actually do a couple that carry like a big awning with them, and they would actually put that pop-up awning out on the weekend. And we've set in a big awning and had a huge party out in Ontario one time. It was
Ordered
a lot
pizza,
of fun.
I believe.
Ordered pizza, yeah. It was sort of strange.
It was fun.
But it was a good time. So yeah, you got to have something to relax with, and sometimes just getting out of the truck and sitting on a weekend is well worth it. So, so those are 55, and we promised a bonus. 55. And the bonus is basically, it's not really a thing, but it is a thing. And
it is a very big thing.
Probably the most important thing that we have learned that we need out here is patience, because things happen, situations occur that you cannot change, and patience is probably the most important thing you can have, because stuff is not going to happen in your time, and just when you think you might have a week's worth of runs lined up, things happen and tries your patience, but you definitely need it.
And waiting on those runs, and waiting on people, and waiting in line, and waiting in that, because one of the things about truck stops is you will wait in line.
You will wait.
And you will wait. And if you're ever in line at Walmart, some of the most patient people in Walmart are probably truck drivers, because they're used to standing in line, and they're like, what's all this griping about? We stand in line every day.
So it's just a great other thing. So make sure you pack it, put it in your truck.
Yep. Along with your great attitude.
It's great attitude. So anyway, so there's our list. We'll have another list in the next episode of things that we actually need to carry on the truck to keep stuff running smoothly. So we hope you've enjoyed this list. Please like and comment and let us know if you've got stuff that we didn't think of, because I'm sure there is. There's probably another 55
just between the two of us, between all of you out there watching, there may be another 55 items you want to add to the list.
But let us know. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we will. And don't forget to ring the notification bell.
That notification bell.
And we will see you all in the next video.
So long, everybody.
Good night.